Students will go for the next class of this IR spectroscopy. Okay, in the yesterday's class, in the yesterday's video, we have learned regarding the different applications, okay, of this IR. So we have learned regarding the use of the IR in most of the cases. So today we'll go for the next. For example, we'll take before going to inorganic, okay, compounds. So we'll take some of the examples of the organic, like the gas phase IR spectra. Okay, so if we go for the gas phase IR spectra, okay, of formaldehyde CH2O. So similarly, so if we take it here, so what will happen? So same thing here. So this is percentage of transmittance. Okay, this is 100 we are taking, no transmittance here like this. And if I go for the scale here, as we discussed yesterday, that is 4000 to we'll take it to around 500 like this. Okay, so here in this way, so which considers even the fingerprint as well as the functional group ranges here. And if you see here in 100, so we will start from the 100 like this, and you can see here 2000, or we will take it here as 2000, 3000 here. Okay, then 2000, okay, 1000, something like that. In this only will have here, and we'll start with here, and you can see here 2950, something like that. We'll get a spectra here, then around 2000 like this. Okay, then 1750 somewhat here it is. So 1750, then we'll take it as 1985 here, something here like this. Okay, 1985, then 1950 somewhat like this. Okay, and 1165, 1165, almost we'll take it here as 1000 here, 1165. okay, so I will write here 1165 nanometer. And here we can see 1985, some 1750 for carbonyl, 1750. Okay, 1750, 1985 nanometer. Then here around 1004, I think 1485 will take it here, 1485. So here, then here 1250, around 1250, and 1165 here. Okay, so like this we will get of the frequencies of the formaldehyde here. So now we will see here, so what does this 2900, somewhat 2950, 2950 per centimeter, and this is 2985. okay, near 3000 is here, so we'll shift here 3000 somewhat here like this. So 2985 per centimeter, 2985 per centimeter. So this comes in between this 3000, okay, per centimeter scale here, and this is because of the asymmetric stretching. Okay, so this 2900 because of the asymmetric stretching. Okay, asymmetric stretching, okay, of the CH bond here. And here we can see this is because of symmetric stretching, 2985. okay, and the C double bond O carbonyl is there. So C double bond O formaldehyde, this, so you can see here 750 at stretching, 1750. okay, we'll remove this. So 1750 we'll see here, 1750, there is a band, there is a very absorption here, depth deep here. So this is of the C double bond O carbonyl. Then you can see at you can see here 1485, nearly 1485. okay, so 1485, this is a 1000 scale I have taken. So this is because of the scissoring, scissoring. okay, so this different modes of the vibration here, scissoring. and this we can see here 1250, 1250 wagging, okay, wagging, or rocking, ROCK, rock, okay, ROC almost, and this is wagging. So that means this is a different mode we have seen here, the different mode of CH band stretching, that is symmetric stretching, okay, and asymmetric stretching, okay. Then here we have seen scissoring, that's why I have taken this example. So all stretching of the vibrations we can see here, scissoring, then we can see here wagging, and then we can see here rock, wag and scissoring and rocking and rocking. So these are different symmetric stretching, asymmetric stretching, which is coming here at around 2090, 2985 here. So below 3000 scale here. So this is the symmetric stretching and asymmetric stretching, okay. Symmetric, asymmetric stretching higher side, and asymmetric lower frequency 2985 and 2950 asymmetrics, okay. So asymmetric stretching, symmetric stretching, then 1750 carbonyl, okay, C double bond O. And here we can see different modes of the vibrations, okay, like here scissoring, scissoring we can see here at 1185 and 1250 we can see the rocking here. So this is a rocking, and lastly we can see here 1165, okay, 1165 we can see wagging, okay. So wagging. So these are the different modes of the vibrations here, and that's why depending on the different modes of vibrations we can see that the IR will have the absorption here, and they are showing the dip here or the peak here, okay. So during this absorption they are changing the modes of the vibrations here, and the main thing to discuss this frequency, IR frequency, is to know the stretching mode of the bonds. Like in the yesterday's class we had learned the stretching of the bonds here. So main stretching comes here as in the IR absorption here, and the change in the absorption takes place here is two types you can see, that is stretching and bending. So we can see here bond could stretch and the bond could bend, okay. So stretching we can bifurcate into two types, that is your symmetric stretching, okay, and asymmetric stretching, okay, asymmetric stretching. And in the bending, so we can go for different types, that is your scissoring, okay, scissoring, then we can go for rocking, wagging, rocking, then wagging, okay. Then sometimes it is twisting, sometimes it is twisting like this, okay. So how we can correlate these bonds here? So like CH2O, we have taken that the two bonds, so they are present in the form of like this, in the spring form like this, okay. So this is one bond I can say, and this is the another like this. So they are made up of like these bonds, okay. So what about this symmetric stretching? Symmetric stretching means same type, that means this bond is also stretching in same direction, this also is stretching in same direction, or they are coming back in same direction and they are coming back in the same direction. So when this happens we call it as a symmetric stretching, okay. Asymmetric means what? So same thing here. So this is a bond here like this, okay, in the form of spring here, we can donate it here. And asymmetric means was when this is elongated and this is shortened like this. So they are opposite, then again this will be coming shorted and this will be elongated. When such type of stretching will be there, we call it as a asymmetric stretching, okay. This is what I think you will understand very easily. The in bending, like here see a rocking, scissoring, wagging, we have got in formaldehyde different at different peaks here, okay. Lower side 1165, 1120, 120, 14. So in this range we have got these three modes of rocking see here. And asymmetric and this we got it here, here asymmetric and symmetric here. And main thing is what? Carbonyl 1750, as it is for the aldehyde. In the previous video we have shown it. So this is what the main reason to show the spectra here, to understand this type of mechanism of the stretching and the bending. Now you can see here scissoring means what? Same thing here, I will take it here one bond, and like this is one bond, and here spring like, and this is one bond, like scissor, no, scissor we do, no, like this, like this, like this. So this is called scissoring. That means both are coming in this way, this bond also coming in this way, this bond again going outside this way and this way. So this type of this we call it as a scissoring here, okay. And rocking, so rocking is same thing here. So like this one bond we take, and this is one bond we take it here. So when they are going in the same direction, in this way, like this, like this, like this, like this, so they are called as rocking here. And in the wagging, so wagging is there, so plane, so above the plane and below the plane, so you can see here like this, and this is like this, so above the plane, okay, and like this and like this is called below the plane. So this is type of stretching we call as a wagging. And twisting is like this is a plane, okay, and like this, so one comes is above the plane and other comes like this, so above the plane like this, like this, like this, so this is called like this, okay. So this is called wagging, like this is called wagging. And twisting means above the plane like this, so one is coming near the plane, one is backside like this. See, like this is called twisting, like we hand we twist, no, like this, like this is called twisting, okay. Wagging means this is a plane, this is a plane like this is called uh, above the plane, below the plane, wagging. And rocking means what? Rocking means there is no as such place, so like this is called rocking, like this. And scissoring also like this, scissoring, like this, okay. So these are the different modes of vibrations here. And this is how, and based on these vibrations you can see the different peaks we are obtaining here, okay, of CH vibrations, okay. C double bond O, no doubt 1750, but CH vibrations what we observing here, asymmetric, symmetric, rocking, scissoring, wagging. So these all things we can see in a respective wave number here, and that is how we can identify based on this principle of this IR, where the atoms they are having such type of vibrations in whenever they are absorbing the IR radiations here, okay. Now if you come to this vibrations, now range, as I said here, so yesterday also we discussed it here, so from 1000 you can take it as 12,500 to, so here is 4,000, okay, 4,000 nanometer, then 1,300 something, 1,300 per centimeter, sorry, per centimeter, then 900 per centimeter, okay, 900 per centimeter, then coming to 660 per centimeter, 660 per centimeter, to it will raise to 10 per centimeter, okay, 10 per centimeter. That means so this ranging from 12,500 per centimeter, 12,500 per centimeter to 10 per centimeter, okay. And here, so this is not that's what we term it as a near IR, okay, far IR and mid IR. So near IR, far IR and mid IR, okay. And this is a reason mid IR, where we can see here 4,000 nanometer, okay, to 1,300 or 500 nanometer. This is a mid IR, where most of the functional group functional group region is been determined, functional group region is been determined. That is what here, so mid IR, so what we have seen it here now. So this is, okay, functional group, most of the functional group this we are going to determine here in this range, 4,000 to 1,300 or 400 nano per centimeter, okay. Then from here, this is called 1,500 to 900, 1,000 to 900 per, okay. So this is main thing of fingerprints. So this is for fingerprint, that is 900, okay. So 909 per centimeter or 900 per centimeter to 1,300 per centimeter. From functional group here, from 4,000 to 1,300 per centimeter. So from 1,300 to 900 we can see this is a fingerprints, okay. So here it is a very complicated, complex fingerprints, where most of the complexes have different fingerprints here, okay. Most of the complex have different fingerprints as well as different functional groups. So all IR bands will be different for all the compound. That's why it is very good for the elucidation of the structures here, okay. And from 900 here, so 900 to 660, this 600 or 660 nanometer, this stands for aromatic, okay. This stands for aromatic, okay. So this is for the aromatic regions, okay. This is for the aromatic region, that is for 900 to 660 per centimeter. So this region will stand for the aromatic regions, aromatic regions, very very complicated aromatic regions. So like this, this is what we can see, that the frequency wave number can be derived here, and this wave number can be given by what, 1 by 2 pi c into root of k by mem, or k by mu also you can take it, k by mu. So what is this new number? So it depends on 1 by 2 pi c root of k by m, where k is called force constant, okay. This is a force constant, and mu is nothing but reduced mass. So this is a reduced, we will learn about this reduced mass. So where this will stand for m1 m2 divided by, so m1 plus m2, this is called reduced mass mu, okay. And what is this c? C is the velocity of the radiation, so c is called velocity of the radiation, like this. So new number can be calculated by 1 by 2 pi c into root of k by m, force constant. K is nothing but force constant, and m is nothing but reduced mass. Okay, and main thing here is what, the main is absorption of the IR spectra. Okay, so main is the absorption of the IR radiations, which changes the dipole moment. So this is very much important, which changes the dipole moment of the molecule. Okay, and such changes of the dipole moment give rise to the IR here. So IR absorption here, for example, if you take the compounds like CO2, carbon dioxide, or HCl, all chloroform, CHCl, CH3Cl, okay, or CH3Cl, chloroform, CHCl3, okay, or if you take it as benzene, C6H6. So we call this as IR active. Okay, so why? Because upon absorbing of the IR radiation, so the dipole moment is going to be changed here. So that is the main important here. So dipole moment is going to be changed, and that's why they are IR active. But if you take the monoatomic homonuclear species, okay, homonuclear monoatomic species like H2, okay, or O2 or N2 nitrogens, so they are non-active. So they are non-IR active because they don't show any dipole moment on absorption of the IR radiation. That's why they are called non-IR active. Okay, so they are not IR active, but they are Raman active. So we'll learn about this also. If it's there, they are Raman active, but they are not IR active. So main thing here, what is that we require here is the dipole moment. Okay, so this is what. And what does this graph we say? This percentage of transmittance. Okay, percentage of the transmittance. This is what we are drawing now. So this is a percentage of transmitters versus wave number. So this is what we are giving the graph here. Is it right? The spectra we are taking here in this form. And what is this percentage of transmittance? Percentage of transmittance is nothing but it's given by I of t by I of naught. What is this I of t? So I of t is nothing but intensity of transmitted light. Okay, this is your intensity of transmitted light, intensity of transmitted light, IT, intensity of transmitted light divided by what is I naught. I naught is nothing but actual light that pass. Okay, this is a actual light or radiation that pass, actual radiation that pass, I naught, and this is a intensity of the transmitted light, and this is a ratio IT by I naught is called is given by the capital T here. That is your transmittance, percentage of the, or transmittance. Okay, that means what does we can generalize from this, that as the absorbance increases, transmittance decreases. Okay, as the absorbance increases by the bond or the molecule, transmittance, that's why we get a dip here, see, like this. Okay, in the spectra here. So here that is absorbed, IR is absorbed here by that molecule. So this is a molecule bond here like this. So IR is absorbed and it undergoes modes of vibration, and that is what absorption is increased here, transmittance what happened, decreased here. So we get a dip here. So like this, this is a reason why in the IR spectra we get a we get the dip here. So like this, I think this is what the principle, the second concept of the principle of this IR spectroscopy. In the next video, we'll go for the taking some example of amine complex. Okay, amine complex in the inorganic coordination, compound. Okay, and how does the amine complex, because you take a cobalt hexamine NH3 6 times Cl. Okay, you take cobalt chromium hexamine CH3 6 times Cl2 something. You take nickel hexamine NH3 6 times Cl3, like this. Okay, so see here, so these are the complexes we have taken NH3 here and having with one on halide here Cl3. So like this. So how does this amine complex will help, go for showing the different IR spectra here, or how we can based on the amine absorbance, how we can study this complexes. So this we will learn in the next video. Now slowly we are turning up to our inorganic coordination complexes. Okay, so slowly, from I think you got the basic knowledge of the IR, and now we will turn slowly in the next video we'll turn from the inorganic coordination complexes, how the IR is helping us. Okay, so then finally we'll study the instrumental part of FTIR also, Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy also. Okay, so this is how mid IR, low IR, and near IR, far IR ranges, and how does this mathematical, so everything we derivations of the transmittance. So this is what some of the concepts, basic concepts, principles in today's class we learned. The next class we'll go for the next concept of the inorganic complexes. Thank you.